Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rob from Feedbackwrench here. I want to talk about, should you join a direct marketing or a multi-level marketing or a pyramid scheme or a multi-level marketing direct relationship, direct marketing company, right? And I'm going to give you some opinions. Now, I'm an entrepreneur. I've started 2 businesses. I have my own little digital marketing firm. We help small businesses with their websites and their online presence. And I had an accounting firm called Nuance Financial Tax and Accounting before that. I have worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs. I've gotten to meet hundreds more that I didn't work with, and I got to meet a whole bunch of people, and I constantly talk with people that have ideas for businesses and they want to grow. One of the ideas that's super prevalent is, should I do a multi-level marketing, whether it's used to be Advocare, but there's dozens of them out there. I just want to talk about a couple things. Should you join the multi-level marketing organization? Here's the first thing. I want you to know that anytime your sales are predicated on enthusiasm for entrepreneurship over the quality of the product or the service, get out of Dodge. Run away. Dip out of there. Don't do it, okay? So anytime the business is being built, and this is part of why these guys are getting shook down by the SEC right now, is because the enthusiasm for entrepreneurship and being self-employed and income is what's being sold as a package to become a distributor rather than the quality of the service of the product. Let me tell you a story. Forget this story. It's not even that. I'll tell it on the next point. So if you find yourself going, I wouldn't buy this unless I could make millions with it, unless you can make tons of money with it, it's crap. And here's what you need to address is you're going to feel like a slickster trying to get people to sign up for it. Now, I would note, so what I'm saying is get down to, is this a good product or is it a good service? It's always a product. If your product's okay, but it's way overpriced, I think you should run, because you're never going to be able to genuinely tell people that you are selling them a product that is in their best interest. You are going to find yourself constantly trying to position yourself to be in their best interest in order to make them millions of dollars, find them the biggest tax write-offs ever, and do all this nonsense. That should not be the basis of a business. A business is not built on your enthusiasm to make money and to be financially independent. And that's ultimately why Herbalife and Advocare and all of these different companies are starting to have such issues with the Securities and Exchange Commission, because they're being defined as what a pyramid scheme actually is, which is illegal, where it's all about growing your down funnel or whatever it is rather than the actual product. Here's why that's so critically important, okay? Well, let me tell you a story. I've got a good friend that was in Advocare, okay? He will go unnamed. He is a brilliant guy. Advocare sells, creatine and protein and all sorts of nutritional supplements. Now, nutritional supplements, just like clothing and a lot of other products that are within an MLM or a direct marketing company, are high margin, right? We just know that it costs pennies and they sell them for dollars. You can buy a tub of creatine, and I guarantee you, when South America or maybe it's in America, when these products are getting made, they're jacked up in prices, right? So that's not necessarily bad. Walmart does that, and that's fine with me. But if the products, so just know that. I think it's okay to be part of a direct marketing if the product's good, and okay, so it's marked way up, that's fine. But this guy was in that industry, in Advocare, and Advocare had been good to him. He'd been doing it. He got into it really early. He's a coach and a trainer, and he's physically fit. He actually had his own gym where he would train people, and he is the kind of person with Advocare that someone should be. He genuinely helps people lose weight, get fit. He just happens to also sell products, and he had a team underneath him, and he was really good at diligently following up. Is it my thing? No. But do I trust him? Yes. Well, he was to the point where he was making very good, significant amounts of money because he has a team selling Advocare underneath him. Remember that when you're with a direct marketing company, you are exclusive. Those contracts are held by that company. So all your downline, all your income is tied directly to that company, and your contract is not written in favor of you. Advocare just cut off all levels of distributorship payments. He went from making good money to being cut off completely. He makes $0 because the only contract he had was with Advocare. And that's one of the ancillary problems with direct marketing, is that you're basically a distributor for one company and you're at risk of having your business blow up in your lap. Well, most distributorships and franchises are going to have some sort of exclusivity, so it's not an exclusive problem. It's not a problem that's exclusive to direct marketing or MLM, but it's highly amplified within direct marketing. Now, here's the next problem with them is, remember that with all products and solutions, you basically have this supply and demand thing, right? Business is good to be in while supply is low and demand is high, or it's just right, and just enough people are willing to say yes to the product as there are people selling it or organizations supplying it, right? By the nature of the simple business model of direct marketing, when you're trying to recruit more downline providers and distributors, you are inherently creating more storefronts. Every time you create a storefront, your supply goes up while demand stays the same, particularly when the only mean to create more demand is word of mouth, relational advertising. And I don't care what direct marketing it could be. That could be Advocare. Back in the day, it could be these television ones, IPTV. I don't care what, Primerica. Any direct sales marketing, MLM pyramid schemes, they are functionally faulty. See, if you're a McDonald's doesn't let a McDonald's open up to another McDonald's and get opened up to another next to another McDonald's. No, they spread it out because demand has to meet supply. In these direct marketing, it's a huge flaw that you get too many storefronts or people tapping the same network. So while it may be good in the beginning, you will inherently have immediate problems, which is why when you start talking to some of these folks that are really into it, they're pushing out into Mexico, they're going to other countries, and that's where the real momentum is going to be, because there they can do the first sin and prey upon people's enthusiasm to be self-employed and to make money. And then the second thing is it eventually gets to a point where there's too many distributors. So if you're considering going into direct marketing, know that those are the foundational flaws. One, if your product isn't good enough and all it is the enthusiasm to make money, doggone it, do something else. Two, remember that you have an exclusive, your contracts, if you will, even the downstream that you do earn, that can be pulled out like just from underneath you, like a rug. It can disappear in a heartbeat. And as these organizations are starting to get investigated by the SEC and the feds, they're calling them pyramid schemes. Their response is to, oh, never mind, and shut off all your income. So my friend went from making great money to making $0, totally exposed, overnight. Okay? And then the third thing is the fundamental flaw that you get too many distributors, supply and demand gets offshot, you can't have that many suppliers around, so you're going to run into problems that it cannot last long term. It will always have to ebb. It will always have an up and down cycle, and it's just not worth it. Start a business, but just go, if you want to sell something, go call a company and go sell something you like. Call a distributor and go sell it. Go work for any industry. Call a small business, doggone it, and ask them, hey, I want to start my own business. Can I sell you? And they'll go, prove it. Go get contracts. Doggone it, that's way better. Good luck in everything you do, guys. Have a good one.